Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? It's me, Joe. I'm here. I'm so awkward at these things in the beginning. First of all, I want to talk about my outfit because look at it today. And I'm wearing bootcut jeans with it. I thought I looked so cool. I felt like a character today. And I was wearing a hat with it. I don't know, I just felt really cool today. I wish more people would have seen me in my outfit, but I'm glad I went to work. Today I want to talk about how influencers make money. And I don't know why. I mean, yes, I do know why this has come up, because I usually make videos about things that are relevant to me at the time. And I've been thinking a lot because, you know, TikTok is on the brink of being banned, and I've been working on YouTube, truthfully, if you want the truth, since I was 16. I've been working, like, making videos since I was 16. There have been huge periods of absence, but yeah, like vlogs and things like that, not on this channel, but on my own channel. Like I was trying to make a family channel back in the day, but anyway, ignoring that, the point is, it is very hard to break into a scene like YouTube, and I feel so grateful to not be starting from scratch. 11,000 followers is actually insane. I think that would have blown my mind, my 16-year-old mind. And although not monetized, I'm so grateful for anyone who watches my videos. Like, I'm so happy. And I want to talk about this because I will potentially be losing a platform with millions of followers. But I do want to talk about the ways in which influencers make money, because I do think that people see that number and they think, oh, she's rich. She is, you know, completely set for life. She just makes a video and makes, you know, millions. I wish that were true. If every single one of those followers translated to $1, that would be true. However, probably like more than half of my followers aren't watching my videos, and I'm not gonna blame TikTok for this. This is purely just a thing where probably like 10% or less of my followers actually know my name, and that's just the truth of it. A lot of times we follow people, and unlike myself, we follow people we never like unfollow, even if we don't watch their content anymore, even if we don't search for them. So majority of my followers probably don't even know my name, probably don't see my videos, and that's okay, because I'm really grateful for the 10%, or however the percentages. I'm really grateful for those who do know my name, who do search for me. But it's definitely time to move over to an audience that's, you know, really like seeing me and showing more of myself and making this type of content. So thank you. But I want to talk about the fact that, like, just because the number is high of followers doesn't mean that that's the amount of people engaging, the amount of people investing, the amount of people who know my name. It doesn't translate to fame, and it doesn't translate to money. But I will say there are different ways that different influencers make money. A person with a platform my size is probably making less than someone with 100,000 followers. And that sounds crazy, but the reason I say that is because there's so many ways to make money as a smaller influencer. And there's a lot of ways to make money, period, on the internet. I always tell people this. I'm like, there's money to be made, go make that money. And one of the big ones is selling, or like, hold on. Sorry, there's breaking news. There's so many ways to make money on the internet. One of those is selling. So you're gonna have things like TikTok Shop, for example. You're gonna have selling, period, is the game. You're gonna have brands reach out wanting to sell things. You're gonna have PR. You're gonna have smaller people. You're gonna want to sell things yourself, maybe merch. There's Amazon affiliates. There's different storefronts that you can engage with. There's so many different. There's actual apps for micro influencers to like connect with smaller brands, and they'll pay them a fee of like 100 or 500 or however much or less to, you know, promote their product. There's music. TikTok will pay you if you use a certain sound and you reach a certain amount of followers. And although in the beginning, and lately I've been contemplating it, but even though in the beginning I tried to flow into that avenue stream, it never clicked with me. One, because I don't think I'm a salesperson, even though that's kind of, like I said, the name of the game. I don't think I'm a salesperson. I would much rather TikTok pay me for views, which is less, but that means I have to work on my content. Selling something to someone is not my strong suit. I do work well with brands, I think, but again, like, selling to my audience is like, it's like the hardest thing in the world. And it reminds me of when I used to have a business. Yes, I used to have a business. I used to have two. I had a regular like art business where I would make portraits. I would make I would make canvases for people. And then I had how do you call it? A mural. I had a mural painting business, and I would paint murals I had business card and everything. I'd paint murals for businesses around Florida, or like, within an hour of my residence. And, COVID kind of put a stop to all that, but I really enjoyed it and I really loved it. But my God, was I a bad like business person. Thank God for word of mouth, but also I had no prices for anything. I had no prices at all. I had no idea how much was appropriate to charge, because I really felt like, oh my God, I'm just like painting. Like, give me $20, and that was a ridiculous thing to think. Because it's not even that I wanted to feel humble. I felt like even though I was putting hours of work into things, it didn't equal hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Does that make sense? It didn't make sense to me. And it was so much easier to ask a corporation like TikTok to just give me money based on views than it was for me to like create something and sell it for like an absurd amount of money. And not that it was absurd. Everything that I was given was because people felt that that was the price. And again, I should have priced my things. But yeah, I don't know. I would have felt like I was stealing if I came up with prices that were hundreds of dollars. And I don't know. Me and money are weird, but I've always been super grateful to have it. And I've always been super grateful to, have a platform in the first place. So when, my art business went one way, I got into influencing on TikTok, and the idea of selling now feels so wrong and like hard, but I'm more comfortable with it. And so if you ever do see me do a brand deal, know that it was because, I care, and that this, at the end of the day, it's kind of a job, and I really want to like do my best to keep producing the best quality content that I can, and still create a story and a path, and something for you guys to engage with. And I get when I was these last couple weeks, when I was posting to all my platforms and trying to get that revenue, that is really hard to get during the holidays. It's definitely like slowed down a ton during this time, Q4, whatever you want to call it. It's been super difficult getting the same revenue at all. Like I think TikTok paid me like $20 this month, which is drastically less than like 3 months ago, or but it's been slowing down, and I partially blame the holidays, but I also want to just be clear with people. Like, I don't want to be transparent 100%, because I still think that money matters or private matters. Half the time when it's between coworkers and stuff, please be transparent. But in terms of me, I want to be, I want to be responsible, and I also want to be real. So it's hard to be both. But I will say that it's something that people don't consider. Like, and now TikTok's being banned. People don't consider that there's waves, that there's, times when things are great and times when things are not. And the times when things are not can last a long time. Not getting brand deals, not wanting to sell anything, and trying to sell something and not working out. The revenue not coming in. But other ways influencers make money is like through clicks, and there's just a lot of ways. And I do really feel like everyone should try to get a piece of the pie. We should all be winning. But I really do feel like this is a hard video for me to make. Because I believe in myself, and I've talked about this before, I won't give up. And I feel like I'm trying on YouTube now, and it's harder because I'm not monetized at all. At the very least, if TikTok gives me $20, YouTube hasn't given me a thing. And that's why I really do appreciate my style of making videos, because It's the only way I can. I can't sit there like I did when I was 16. And even though I was probably busier at 16, like I had so much going on at once, clubs, theater, church, full-time, volunteering, scholarships, whatever, school. I was still editing my videos and it was still taking me days, like, to make sure I was doing it the way that I wanted to, creating my own style. And I loved that, but it was not, one, it wasn't resulting, and two, it's not sustainable anymore. It's not sustainable. So me switching to a video style like this that allows me to just talk and upload allows me to still be on YouTube. Otherwise, I think that I would have to maybe potentially give up. But like I said, I believe in myself. I believe that if I could do it on TikTok, I can do it here. And I just have to switch things and I have to change. And this style is different for me. But YouTube, I'm coming for you. And although I have, in case you didn't know, on YouTube, you need 3,000 watch hours in order to be monetized. I have 400, and which means I'm about 2,600 away from being monetized. But I believe that any day around the corner, I'm gonna hit that video with, I believe I can see it. That video that's going to propel me and push me over and get me to 3,000 and get me monetized. And this being something that helps me travel and write and be the writer that I want to be full time. And although I'm talking about the future, this is so crazy. And although I'll miss working with kids, I think that it's best for my mental health in terms of safety. If you if you know about America, then you know that schools aren't the safest place, and truthfully nowhere is the safest place, but schools especially at least the school that I'm at, it's not the safest place. And I don't really feel great every morning waking up and going to school. And that's not an excuse to get me monetized faster. I really do love making content, and I think it's such a great way for me to be creative and be me and share with you guys if you care. But in terms of like brand deals, because I don't think I've talked about that much, brand deals are great, and brand deals start coming in, and I'm proud of myself for having the integrity to say no to things that I don't agree with, or I don't see them meshing well with my audience or meshing well with me. For example, I think I've been offered a dating app a couple of times, and I had to be like, hey, that's not really my style. I don't really want to promote a dating app on my page. That's not really what I do. There's been other products and other things where I'm like, I don't think that's gonna serve me or my audience either. And I think I've made weird choices before. Like, I think I promoted a video game, and although cool, like not really too like aligned, but I think the pickier the better, although less I reap less. I benefit less, financially that way, but I do think that it speaks to what my page and how I care, and I don't know, it's just gotta be right, you gotta know, and I've gotten better. So brand deals have been an interesting world for me to navigate, especially when I was doing it alone. Now I have a manager who helps me so much with those things, and I appreciate them so much. They're the best. In my influencer journey, I've switched agencies, I've switched teams. One of the reasons being that I felt like they didn't really know or see me well, or know what I was looking for, and sometimes would bring things to me that I was like, I feel like because we've been working together for so long, you would know more about what I would be down to do and not down to do, or what I'd be more aligned with. But yeah, that wasn't happening, and then deals stopped coming in, and I slowed down online. And yeah, the life of someone who makes content is a roller coaster. You never really know. And then I ended up switching to a different agency, whom I feel like aligns more with me and is been really great. Although I don't think the deals that come in are of the same monetary value, they have been, I think, way closer to who I am. And I do believe, like I said, I believe in myself, and I believe in the future I'm gonna see that monetary come back to me. Yeah, I'm excited about the future, and I just know there's a lot of work to be done, and it starts with every video. So as much as I don't want to spam, because I used to post every single day on YouTube, but now I don't. I do like every 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 if I'm pushing it, but definitely more than once a week. And yeah, I'm here. So if you guys have comments or anything like that, please let me know. And if there's any topics you want me to talk about, please give me topic ideas. I have a ton, but sometimes in the moment I'm like, I don't know if anyone wants to hear this. So please let me know if there's other things you want me to talk about. I'm sorry this video was super disorganized and it wasn't like how influencers make money 101, but it was just my experience. And oh my god, just to add like a little thing in there, if you ever do become a content creator, please know your worth, because, and that's a hard thing to know, but please understand that like if a company's asking you for 10 videos to show their product for a couple hundred, that's robbery. That's crazy. They're asking you because they're interested, and you are gonna solve an issue for them or solve a problem for them, which is promoting. But yeah, that happened to me. Don't do that. And also, product is not payment. So it's really cool that a brand sends you their products, but those products are not gonna pay your car bill, and they're not gonna pay your rent. So keep those in mind. Those are like staple things that creators have to constantly remind themselves, like, this is really cool, but this t-shirt's cool, but it's not gonna, you know, and you can sell blah, blah. That's another thing. Influencers sell on Depop and things like that, like Poshmark. I've tried all of this, guys, and I can just tell right away when something's not me. So that was one of those things where it's just like, this is not me. I'm not about the packing and the shipping and the sending and I did it, you know, when I would do those things, packing and shipping and sending, was when I was doing giveaways. I remember doing giveaways of my art for free, and I would just I would randomly select a fan or follower, and I would send them the artwork that they wanted. And that was fun for me, and I would always do that. That was fun for me. Maybe I'll go back to that one day. But anyway, eso fue todo. Muchas gracias. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you let me know what topics you'd like to hear in the future. Yo te amo.